Today, we're talking EDC, we're talking my everyday carry, and it has been a while since I've made an EDC video. This is gonna be the pocket dump edition. I'm gonna do like a trilogy, I think, and do like what I use in my sling bag, what I use in my everyday backpack. So subscribe to make sure you get some of that. But today, we're focused on the EDC, what's actually on me in my pockets, the pocket dump. Let's get to the watch first, because I've been wearing this watch for a couple of years now. This is the RZE Aspire, and it's in basalt black with a titanium bracelet. The whole body's titanium actually, so it's very light, even though it's a little bit bigger of a watch. It has the date complication. That's the big thing for me. I wanted something on me that I could tell the date and time with without having to remember to charge a battery. It is an automatic movement, so it just charges or winds with my own natural body movement throughout the day. Keeps it simple, keeps it easy. It's classy, but it's not gaudy. And I'll link everything down in the description below. So if you want to look at any more of this stuff in detail, links will be down there in the description below. The phone I keep on me is the iPhone 15 Pro in natural titanium. I have the 512 gigabyte model. That seems to be the right amount of storage for me, for all the things that I want to do with my phone, movies, music, photos, things like that. Taking a lot of photos and pictures and stuff of my kid, which is super fun. I will say this is probably my favorite iPhone since the iPhone 10. I haven't been a huge fan of like the 10S, the 11, 12, 13, 14 even, but this feels like the right size to weight ratio. The 14 was way too heavy in stainless steel. I didn't feel like the 12 or the 13 were that big of upgrades from the 10. And if you think I should do a full review on this still, let me know in the comments below. This is my new wallet. So this is a very slim wallet from Magpul. It's part of their DAKA organization carry line. And this is the Essentials wallet. So this can hold, it has like 3 slots. They say it can hold up to 7 cards. I just keep 3 cards in it. It's only 3 millimeters thick, so it's very thin, doesn't print. It's hard to even tell that you have a wallet on you. Magpul calls this material a reinforced polymer fabric with anti-slip texture and permanent RF welded seams. I don't even think I know what all that means, but you know what? It is strong. It's been holding up well. I've had it for about 6 months now. There's like a little bit of wear that you can see on it. I actually may not even be able to pick it up on the camera, but it feels sturdy. It definitely feels like this is gonna stay together. And especially in an age where like there's a lot of cheap slim wallets, I think this thing still goes for less than 20 bucks. This thing's held up very well, and I can see how this is gonna last me for several years and hopefully even longer. All right, now let's get into the knife. This is a buck knife Paradigm 590. It is a folder, it's a 3-inch blade, and this is usually what I carry on me, at least around town, around here, around the house. It is a drop point. It's Buck Knives stainless steel, Cerakote body finish, and it has their like latching technology to lock this blade in place. So if I push that, blade isn't gonna accidentally pop open or anything. I kind of like that. At first it was a little bit getting used to, but now I can just pull that and launch the blade very quickly, very easily. And this knife is made in the USA, which is really awesome. They're actually made right down the road here in Idaho. So yeah, big fan of these guys. If you haven't checked out Buck Knives, go check them out. I'm not sponsored, but they're kind of like neighbors of ours. So support them. Up next is the dedicated flashlight. And this is just a really tiny like EDC flashlight. Like I have a big cloud defensive light that is like the, you know, if I'm out and I actually need like a very big light, I'll carry that with me or have that mounted. But for just everyday carry, the thing that I just throw in my pocket and I always seem to use is this little Fenix E12. I really like this because it has like on default a 5-watt sort of like admin light, and then you can pulse it to get a stronger beam out of it like that. And it only takes a AA battery. So I changed this, or I end up changing this about every 6 months based on my usage. I think at the 5-watt sort of like admin light, it can go for several hours. And then if you open it up to like that full brightness, I think you can maybe get up to an hour with it, but it's more than enough to meet 99% of my needs around the house. Like I say, going around town, especially in the winter where it gets dark up here. Around like 3 p.m., 3:30 in the afternoon. It's nice to have just a little flashlight, and it's much more ergonomic to hold than like holding my phone or something like that. And it's a better light. I think it's a better quality light than just using your phone flashlight. Okay, this next one might be a little controversial. I used to carry around like little batteries to charge my phone or charge like AirPods or whatever, and I've given that up. And so recently, for maybe the last year or so, I've been carrying around, especially when I'm traveling or if I know I'm gonna be out for the entire day, I'm carrying around something like the Anker PowerDrive. This is an older version that has USB-A and USB-C, but there are newer versions that only have USB-C. Sometimes I'll even carry around just like a charging brick. This is by Nomad, but Anker makes a really good version of this. And this is, I think, a 30-watt brick, and I think Anker has like a 40 or 45-watt brick. Even this power drive that Anker makes can do about 30 watts. Now, that's not only enough to charge your phone a lot faster than a lot of the built-in USB ports or like the wireless charging that are offered in most cars. Like I have a Model X, I was driving around my dad's Tesla Model Y. Both of those have USB ports and wireless charging in them, but they're very slow. And so if I'm going on a drive for only 20, 30 minutes, but my phone's about to die, I'm not gonna trust the wireless charging or the ports in the car to charge my phone back up to like 80, 90%. But if I use something like this in there, I know I can get probably like 50% back, 60% back in even a short car ride. Same with this little charger here. If I know I'm gonna go to the coffee shop or somewhere for even just 20, 15 minutes, I know I can get way more power. Like a lot of the batteries that you'll use maybe only charge your phone at like 5, 10 watts. But if this can do 30 watts, that's charging your phone a lot faster, 2, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times faster. That could be the difference between 10% charge on your phone versus 60% charge on your phone. Now, a lot of you know I've been making some videos about field notes and the pin that I like to carry around with those field notes at any given time, at least for right now, is the Studio Neat Mark I. I keep coming back to this pin. This pin was built around my favorite refill, which is the Parker Style Schmidt, the 8126. And it's just all metal construction. It's super durable. The click is really satisfying. And I have a few of these. There's a taper towards the front too, which just makes it easier to hold, really easy to use. The barrel like width is just, I don't know, it's perfect. I don't know, it's simple, but it's perfect. Even in 2024, there's always like a time where I feel like someone needs me to sign something. You know, you're at a restaurant, then you need to sign a check, and then the waitress gives you the check and it's a bum pin that they gave you, and like, yeah, all of a sudden you're sitting there waiting. It's like, hey, just pull out your own pin, sign the thing. And on top of that, I really like being able to have my field notes on me, jotting down notes, taking notes, things like that. And this is the pin that enables all that. So good job, Studio Neat. Last few things, these are just little things. I recently got some Blenders sunglasses. These are more affordable, like polarized lenses. I used to carry Oakleys on me all the time, and I really like Oakleys, but I recently had a pair get stolen from me. I've had a few other pairs eventually wear out. It's always a bummer when you have a $200 pair of sunglasses that go down. These are about $50. The quality isn't exactly as good as an Oakley, of course, but for polarized lenses that work well, these seem to do the trick, and they're just like a good everyday sunglass. This is the Millenia, I think X2 in Nocturnal, but they have a bunch of different colorways and things like that. But if you're a big fan of the matte black life, these ones are pretty sick. And then finally, I just like to carry a little Bic lighter on me, especially right now with like summer, but even actually this past winter, lighting our wood burning stove. And now with summer here, doing like bonfires, things like that. I have ferro rods and matches and all that other stuff, but just having like a Bic lighter in the bag or in my pocket even. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of use from this. This is my third one, I think, in the last 6 months, just because, I don't know, fires, you know, be safe, but you know, a bonfire, fire on the wood stove, whatever it is, like, you know, these things are easy to pick up and super easy to just, you know, have one on you. Did I miss anything in my EDC? Let me know down in the comments below, or if there's something in particular that you are using that I'm using as well, let me know. With that, be kind both in life and in the comments below, and like this video to send good vibes across the internet. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. If you haven't yet, go make it right. Go hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you here. Like I said, this is going to be a trilogy. So this is part 1 of a 3-part series. I'll tease the sling bag, but this is the new sling bag from Agilite that I've been using. And I'm gonna do a whole video on this thing because it is by far my most favorite sling bag of all time. It also can work as a fanny pack, and its original use is meant to be a plate carrier dangler. So crazy, but yeah, that's coming up. So with that, let's do it again soon, all right? Later.